So, today we're going to talk about PDF tools. All of them. Well, not all of them, because I'd like to finish this video before the heat death of the universe. But we'll cover the first several, which is already more PDF content than any reasonable person should consume in one sitting. If you're watching this, you've either got a very specific problem to solve, or YouTube's algorithm has decided you're the kind of person who finds document management thrilling. Either way, welcome. First up is organize PDFs, which is essentially what you should have done 6 months ago. Instead of having 47 files named final with 2 actual final PDF on your desktop, this tool lets you arrange PDF pages in whatever order makes sense to you. Which is great because the order they are currently in probably doesn't make sense to anyone, including the person who created them. It's like cleaning your room, except your room is digital and your parents can't see it, so there is actually no external motivation to do it. Merge PDF is for when you have multiple PDF files. That should have been one PDF file from the beginning. Someone made poor life choices. This combines them into a single document, which is useful for things like sending one email attachment instead of 12, thereby reducing the number of times your recipient cites audibly while opening their inbox. Compressed PDF exists because someone created a 50 megabyte PDF of what is essentially text and maybe 3 images, and now it can't be emailed without violating several laws of physics and most email servers' policies. This tool makes your PDF smaller, though the exact method is unclear. Presumably, it just asks the PDF politely to take up less space. The result is a file that loads in this decade, which is honestly all we can ask for. Edit PDF is what you use when you realize there is a typo in a PDF you send to your entire company, or when you need to change 2024 to 2025 in a document you've been using for several years. It lets you modify text and images directly in the PDF, which would have been considered witchcraft 20 years ago, but is now just expected functionality. The interface is usually intuitive enough that you won't need to Google how to edit PDF for the 4th time this month. Though I can't make any promises. Convert to PDF is the tool you use when you have a Word document, Excel spreadsheet, or literally anything else and you need it to be a PDF. Why? Because PDFs look the same on every device, which is apparently a rare and valuable quality in the year 2025. This tool accepts most file formats and outputs a PDF, which is exactly what it says on the tin. Convert PDF to is a reverse operation, for when someone sends you a PDF, but you need to actually edit it like a normal document. It converts your PDF to Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or whatever format you're hoping will make the content more manageable. Success rate varies depending on how complex the original PDF is. Simple text in document? Fine. 17 tables with custom formatting? Prepare for disappointment. It's not the tool's fault. PDFs just weren't designed with your convenience in mind. Protect PDF lets you add password protection to your PDF, which is useful if your document contains sensitive information, or if you just enjoy mild inconvenience. You set a password and now the document is secure, assuming you remember the password, which statistically speaking you will not. The document will then live in a folder labeled important locked forgot password, until you eventually just recreate the whole thing. But hey, at least nobody else could open it either. Unlock PDF is what you use after you've used Protect PDF and immediately forgotten the password you set 4 minutes ago. It removes password protection from PDFs, though obviously only from PDFs where you're authorized to do this. I'm legally required to mention that you should only unlock your own documents, so consider that mentioned. The tool works most of the time unless the encryption is particularly robust, in which case you'll need to have a conversation with IT that you'd rather not have. Split PDF takes one PDF and turns it into multiple PDFs, which is the opposite of what Merge PDF does, making you wonder if we're just going in circles. But sometimes you have a 100-page document and only need pages 33 to 27, and sending the entire thing would be unnecessary and frankly a bit aggressive, so you split it. You can extract specific pages, split the whole thing into individual pages. If you're the kind of person who enjoys having 100 separate files through, I can't imagine why you would. Rotate PDF pages fixes the eternal problem of someone scanning a document sideways, forcing you to either tilt your head like a confused dog or actually fix it. This tool rotates pages in 90-degree increments, which is usually enough unless someone scanned the document at a creative angle, in which case you have bigger problems. It's a simple tool that solves a simple problem, which is refreshing in a world where most solutions are unnecessarily complex. Remove PDF pages deletes pages from your PDF permanently, or at least until you need them again, which will be approximately 10 minutes after deletion. Maybe there's a blank page or a page with information that's no longer relevant, or a page you accidentally scanned off your desk. Whatever the reason, this tool removes it. Just make sure you're removing the right pages, because unlike most things in life, this action actually is irreversible. PDF pages is like remove PDF pages, except instead of deleting them, you 17 and 39 from a document, but not the other 97 pages. The extracted pages become their own PDF, leaving the original document intact, which is good because you'll probably need those pages eventually. It's basically PDF cherry picking. Images to PDF converts your JPEGs, PNGs or other images into PDF format, because apparently we've decided that PDFs are the universal container for everything. Got a stack of scanned documents? PDF. Photos from a project? PDF. Screenshots of tweets you want to preserve for legal purposes? Definitely PDF. The tool combines multiple images into a single PDF or creates individual PDFs for each image, depending on your organizational philosophy. Weird word. PDF to images does the opposite, converting PDF pages into image files. Each page becomes a separate JPEG or PNG, which is useful when you need to insert PDF content into a presentation or website that doesn't support PDFs. Or when you just want to edit something in an image editor because the PDF editing tools aren't cutting it. It's straightforward, it works, and there's not much else to say about it. Extract PDF images is different from PDF images in that it only pulls the actual images embedded in the PDF, rather than converting entire pages. So if your PDF has 3 photos and 20 pages of text, this grabs just 3 photos. It's efficient if you only need the images and don't want to wade through 20-page sized PNG files to find them. Saves time, saves storage space, saves your sanity. PDF OCR stands for Optical Character Recognition, which means it reads text from images and converts it into actual selectable, searchable text. This is incredibly useful for scanned documents that are technically just pictures of text, which means you can't search for anything or copy text without retyping it manually like some kind of medieval scribe. OCR fixes this by analyzing the images and figuring out what letters and words are there, with varying degrees of success depending on the image quality and font choices. Web-optimized PDF prepares your PDF for the internet by compressing it and optimizing it for faster loading. This is important if you're putting PDFs on a website and you'd like people to actually open them rather than leaving out of impatience. It reduces file size without completely destroying the image quality, though there's always a trade-off. The result is a PDF that loads reasonably quickly, which is in 2025 apparently still something we need special tools for. Add watermark puts text or an image across your PDF's pages, usually to indicate ownership or confidentiality. Common watermarks include confidential, draft, or your company logo repeated 40 times across every page. It's a deterrent more than actual security. Someone determined enough can remove it, but it at least signals that the document shouldn't be freely distributed. The watermark can be subtle or obnoxiously obvious depending on your preference and how much you trust people. Add page numbers does what you think it does. It adds numbers to your PDF pages. This is useful for longer documents where you need to reference specific pages, or when you're printing something and you want to ensure pages don't get mixed up. You can customize the format, position, and starting number, which is more flexibility than you probably need, but it's there if you want it. Makes your document look professional and organized, which is half of the battle. PDF overlay combines 2 PDFs by layering one on top of the other. This is useful for adding letterhead, background designs, or watermarks from a template PDF onto your content PDF. It's more precise than just merging PDFs because you're controlling exactly how they layer together. The use cases are somewhat niche, but when you need it, nothing else really works. Pair PDFs shows you the difference between 2 versions of a document, which is essential when someone has edited your PDF and you need to figure out what changed. The tool highlights additions, deletions, and modifications, saving you from having to read both documents line by line like you're playing the world's most boring spot the difference game. It's particularly useful in professional settings where document version control is important or where trust is in short supply. Sign PDF lets you add digital signatures to documents without printing, signing, scanning, or questioning your life choices. You can create a signature by drawing it with your mouse, which will look terrible, uploading a PDF of your signature, or using a touch screen if you have one. The signature is legally binding in most places, assuming you follow the proper procedures, which you probably won't look up until it's contested. Annotate PDFs lets you add comments, highlights, and notes to PDFs, basically turning them into the digital equivalent of a marked up paper document. You can highlight text, add sticky notes, draw arrows, and generally make the PDF look like you've actually read it. This is useful for reviewing documents, leaving feedback, or pretending you've done a thorough analysis when you actually just highlighted random sections and added interesting in the margins. Finally, liking PDF, also known as redacting, permanently removes sensitive information by covering it with black boxes. Unlike highlighting or drawing over text, proper redaction removes the underlying content entirely. So nobody can just delete your black rectangle and see what's underneath. This is essential for legal documents, privacy compliance, or any situation where certain information needs to be hidden permanently. Just make sure you're blacking out the right information, because once it's gone, it's gone. And explaining why you redacted the wrong section is not a conversation you want to have. And that's it. That's more PDF information than anyone needs in a single video, but here we are. If you made it this far, congratulations, you either learned something or you have incredible tolerance for dry content about document management. This video was purely to rank as high as possible for the word PDF, which gets a lot of searches monthly. If this video blows up, oh, I would be so happy. Please, dear YouTube algorithm, blow this video up and leave a comment that this is about explaining PDFs. Have a nice day.